Previously, I mentioned many people were using the Grok AI to undress women or make them sexualize them in a way, um, and often without their consent. And spoken about in terms of some people were saying, like in comments and stuff, like people were in certain industries, maybe OnlyFans or other similar industries. So what's the problem? And other silly things like that. And then I spoke about um, what Grok mentioned in a comment, I believe, to the BBC, and how things like this need to be dealt with properly to ensure it doesn't happen in the future. And there's regulations in place. If it's not already, I'm sure soon it's going to be a crime to do such things. But people are still able to do so because of it's easy to do with AI. And as far as I knew, I thought you couldn't do it with AI, but I guess you can. And now we have, I don't know if it's an update on it or a separate thing. Once again, from BBC News article online, Ofcom asks X about reports its Grok AI makes sexualized images of children. So before I read the article, previously in the last video, I didn't know this was happening to children. I just thought that it's happening to women, but because it's happening without their consent and stuff like this, that's why people are upset, rightfully so. But now it seems like we're going to read that it's being done to children. Ofcom has made urgent contact with Elon Musk's company xAI following reports its AI tool Grok can be used to make sexualized images of children and undress women. A spokesperson for the regulator said he was also investigating concerns Grok has been producing undressed images of people. The BBC has seen several examples on the social media platform X of people asking the chatbot to alter real images to make women appear in bikinis without their consent, as well as putting them in sexual situations. X has not responded to a request for comment on Sunday. It issued a warning to users not to use Grok to generate illegal content, including child sexual abuse material. Elon Musk also posted to say anyone who asked the AI to generate illegal content would suffer the same consequences as if they uploaded it themselves. AI's own acceptable use policy prohibits depicting likenesses of persons in a pornographic manner, but people have been using Grok to digitally undress people without their consent. Images of Catherine, Princess of Wales, were among many to have been digitally declothed by Grok users on X. And you can read the rest of the article online. It goes on for a little longer. But like I said, I've spoken about it previously. However, now potentially for this to be done to children, that's a whole different situation. It was bad enough as it was with what some people were doing and what is allowed to be done. But now, according to this, it's been done to some children as well. So now I guess they will have to take it a lot more seriously. And as far as I'm aware, I think I read it like a few months ago. Wasn't there like a problem with people making child pornographic images using uh, different AIs, and they were saying stuff like, "Oh, it's not real" or whatever, so it's not the same as if it was like a real person or whatever. But then there's new laws in place or whatever to stop this. So I don't know how things like this are made using AI when there should have been things in place where they can't. I guess now they're gonna have to look into it more. And hopefully, with now more people being drawn towards what's happening, it will force not just Grok but all AI platforms and other platforms to ensure they have things in place where even if someone asks any AI, Grok or any other AI to do something like that, it won't do that. And if it's something like if they ask to undress a child or something like that, then they won't be able to do it. But then also they could be reported to the various relevant authorities, as the police or the cyber units, or whatever. But at the moment it seems like you can't do this, and not only can you do it, uh, ask Grok or others to do this, it actually does it for you, and it also allows to it stays on the social media sites, so people will continue to do it because nothing's really happening, because they're first of all their requests are being granted easily according to many, then they're being able to upload it, have it on the social media platforms, and it's not being deleted, and they're not being suspended, and much more could be done to them, or nothing's been done, so people are doing it. So hopefully now people will look into it more and put things in place to make sure things like this are not able to happen, so we can protect people. Because even if it's AI nowadays, you can say if something happens to you like this, and you can say, okay, no, it was only AI, but even then, it has an impact on people, and often the damage is done by the time you say it's AI, it's not me. So there needs to be more done to make sure things like this don't happen in the future.